The Eye. Your crew has arrived just a stone's throw away from the mysterious gravitational anomaly at the center of the Eye of Europa. There is something below you on the sonar. I mean, I guess we'll check out the infrasonic signal first. I've never had one. I'm assuming it's just a regular artifact, but who knows? I've never had one spawn on me that wasn't part of a normal mission. Oh, that's... Is that a submarine? I mean, we could try docking. I don't know. Hopefully the round won't end if I dock. Okay, it looks like I'm probably supposed to interact with this place. I hope it doesn't just like abort the round. Okay. Dr. F. Grann. You run into a shabby-looking old man. Noticing you, he seems startled.
Who? What? Why are you here? You must have come here for a reason. Have you seen the end?
Sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have seen it, and I know we don't have much time left. No matter how deep down in the sand you bury your head, the rays are going to burn us all. So wait, why are you here then, if not to study the Eye?
I don't know. We'll pick this one because I don't actually have Jovian radiation enabled in this game. But I think this one would probably give me more information. We do want to find out what's at the center of the Eye.
Then you've come to the right place, albeit I doubt you'd be able to wrap your head around it. Even if you were to see it, unless you happen to know something about n-dimensional topology.
What is that?
I don't think I can put it in layman's terms. Let's put it this way. This great Calabi-Yav's manifold is like a giant magnet twisting and bending Jupiter's radiation belts, scooping it all up and making it rain upon us. I suppose there is no point in trying to explain this to you, but if you do decide to push further into the Eye, I wish you luck. Perhaps we'll meet on the next loop, and perhaps you'll be a little wiser then. Now, please leave me. I need to get back to work.
I suspect that there's some sort of looping involved because we did run into that one lady that talked about something like that. Psychosis alien artifact. Right, we'll leave that alone for right now because we have... Wow, okay, so I guess if you were not stocked, this would be what you would need to keep going with the game. It's like a super reactor. I just walk into it, nothing happened. I mean... Okay. Let me get some, let me get my artifact cases. We're taking this stuff. I assume this is just straight up water. I don't actually want to kill this guy. That was an accident, dude. I'm just exploring. I'm just fumbling right now. Wow, I felt sure I was on the left side of that. There we go. It was a lot messier than it had to be. You'll be okay. I forget, does this... Oh yeah, there's no red hand. Okay. So none of this will count as stealing. But I'll be right back with a briefcase. The game thinks I need this stuff. I mean, of course, that's assuming that I weren't as well stocked as I am. I'm again, not trying to brag or anything. I just showed you before we entered this place that I had reactor rods for days. In fact, on one of the stations I went to when I decided I was going to re-engineer some stuff, I took every single blue and red wire out of that place, unless it was embedded in the wall. Pick that up. All mine. You know what? I'll even take these. I have absolutely no need of these, but I'll even take them. No, I don't want him to die. I don't know if something's gonna happen to him. Let me try to. Unfortunately, when the other briefcase opens up, sometimes it does. It keeps you from grabbing items. And I think we'll close this door as well, in case like a crawler sort of start attacking. That'll give him some time. I don't know. All right, and we'll just chuck these things in for now. It's very, very crowded in here because I was, planning on selling this stuff, but whatever. Is there anything else that we need to do? I don't think so. And weren't there two things down here? Anomaly and something else, maybe Eye of Europa? At least I don't think Autopilot knows how to get to the Eye of Europa. It's not a valid destination. So while we're sailing that way, I did spend our decoys, so we're going to make a couple more. We don't want Subman to do it because he doesn't make masterwork. And just to make it extra spicy, a dirty bomb in each one. Grab Jack. Put them in the center of the ship where they're the safest. Okay, then yes, there is the third thing. I knew that there was another item. So that's generally how I move, is I'll do a maintain position, I'll move 100 meters out, and then run some stuff around my ship, and then do it again. So I'm still moving my submarine as I'm working on it. Depth error. Assuming there actually aren't any monsters, but I mean, it seems like it's a probably a manually handcrafted map. So when I say map, I mean, I don't know what you'd really expect. All right, all the spotlights are set. We could kind of just enjoy the ride down. So it's hard to tell that there's any movement. We are pushing downward. I mean, okay, maybe there's still time for it to happen, but I was expecting like some sort of super boss. I even thought about making a bunch of tri-lasers, because I've got something like 16 Fulgurium chunks I'm just going to throw away when I get to the next station. Not that there's another station after this. I don't know if this is collidable. I assume it is, since it shows up on my radar. Got a pretty good look at it. Most players will never get to see it because they're stuck without the zoom out mod. Let's go and pivot our lights forward. So what do you think? You think anybody's alive at the emergency transmission? I doubt it. This looks like I'm supposed to drive my sub through that. Probably is not. It's just large enough for a sub, but I don't think it's meant for that. Okay, there's where our emergency transmission is. I see something moving. Or either that or it's just my motion, my own motion and the graphics moving. Nah, it looks like a static structure. Okay. Well, I mean, this is... Okay, just so you know, the way the zoom out key works is if I hit F1, it zooms into normal view, and F1 again zooms out to my last set zoom in, zoom out. Hopefully that did not make you nauseous, but so if I ever wanted to zoom out further than normal, I'd have to go back to my last zoom out feature was. All right, so that's a nice good view. I hit F1 as a habit of when I'm done navigating. We're gonna flip this switch. Sootman, you're done for now. So we'll finally get to use this. A little higher. And then click reactor shutdown. I don't think I'm really doing anything to it. That's fine. Yeah, that's no go. We may have to go through that other entrance. Let's see if our sub can actually go inside. Okay, I guess it really was a place for me to enter from. Portal Guardian. Well, let's take a look at this, baby. Oh, that's just a Fractal Guardian. Okay, it's a much stronger Fractal Guardian, but it's still a Fractal Guardian nonetheless. I mean, I don't have to be sitting here. I could also be helping repair. We could attempt evasive maneuvers, which would pretty much amount to nothing. The best it would do is give me better firing angles, but my angles right now are fine. We've got one being concentrated fire on the bottom and one taking the double coil gun on top. I don't know what... Oh, was that it firing and missing? Okay. Well, I mean... Let's go loot it. Ah. I was pressing down too quickly. Really? No loot? The characters are all stuck in a little drone there. Generally, that means they're trying to repair some piece of the wall inside, and they can't figure out how to crouch. What I don't get is why the developers release submarines that actually are not cannot be navigated by bots. This is how the game tells me that they really did not care. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just like, oh, they're just going to release it anyways because, you know, why not? It's good enough. I mean, it would be a simple design decision, just make it look more boxy. Even if it didn't look nice, it would be functional. See how I repaired everything and now all the bots are leaving? They just didn't know how to crouch down there. Take them back, I need to repair, but probably not. Nah. Now, if you already know what's all here, you're probably just waiting for me to get on with it, but I'm exploring because this is my first time checking this place out. Going methodically, try to search bodies. This is what a player does when they first reach something. This is where I went to check out because of the emergency signal, but first we're going to go ahead and move our submarine a little bit further in to provide cover in case there's other Portal Guardians that haven't been stirred yet. I flipped this on and off so that way my maintained position recenters. So if I was, for example, right there and I hadn't quite arrived, I just flip this on and off and my sub will attempt to center itself. We'll go and send Petron in. Let's have Vaughn take over the submarine gun. Nash Vex will follow. Petron will go on standby. I wasn't sure if that was going to damage me or something. I have both soldiers checking it out because I get more loot that way, since they can each spawn their own. Alright, that was very uneventful. I didn't find whatever made the emergency distress signal unless that was supposed to be this thing. So that was really kind of a bust. I didn't see anything. Oh, okay, there was actually a little bit more. Yeah, let's hold on. Sorry. Well, if nothing else, my submarine is in a more secure position to cover that section. We'll send the captain out to read that. We'll make the most of the fact that the officers went back inside. Wrong one. Symbols run like vines up and down the wall, occasionally branching out into shorter offshoots. The mysterious tablet in your pack emits a silent hum. Listen. A thought forms in your mind, not clear words or an image, but an understanding nonetheless.
A singer is born. An audience gathers. Arrows spreads. Outrows the cradle fortress is built to house, to protect.
We've seen this exact message before, but now let's hit this button. You hear a low rumble from below, like the sound of stone grinding against stone. Okay. I mean, it's all cool and everything. Alright. Go and keep moving. I need to refill that as we push forward to the next maintain position. Guess we sail out now. Great. Do I have to go back out the left? See if I can fit through that way at all. I'm a little worried that maybe I was supposed to follow that line as an electrical wire to the anomaly, and I'm going to have to go back inside and then follow the line back across. Actually, I'm almost certain that's the case. But I was hitting the bottom earlier when I was moving to the right. I guess it must have been a hull. This was another exit. I'm very curious about those minerals or whatever. That might be the anomaly. Maybe I should send a couple nukes at it. Oh, geez. That's all it is? Copper? Well, I guess I can make a text display now if I get a little more of this. I'm sure that's enough of that. Chlorine. Okay, I mean, that was not as exciting as it looked. This is probably what I hit earlier. So I thought I was at the, since I started at the bottom left corner, I thought, oh, I must have hit the bottom right corner. No, there's another tunnel that leads downward. I'm assuming I'm supposed to drive into it. I mean, that sounds like a horrible idea, but I think that's what I was supposed to do. Either that or I just failed my mission entirely. Also, my character started to get psychosis towards the end. Don't know if my game's locking up or what. Okay. That was mission end. We got 80 XP. Yeah, 80 XP. Good. Castro has made its way to the Eye of Europa. Wow. I made a mess of that ending. The gravity seems to shift, and an intense feeling of disorientation washes over you and your crew as a blinding light engulfs your submarine. Look, I'm just going to tell you that I don't think there's any submarine pilot out there that would just drive into a giant ball of light. They would probably think it's some sort of perpetual explosion, like a miniature sun or something. I'll be time-lapsing the loading, but I assure you that my computer is a potato, and it took much longer than that. Location, the Eye of Europa. The blinding light subsides into a dim orange light, and the sounds of the ocean get overtaken by a low, thunderous rumble. Perhaps you'll be able to make sense of what's happening by exploring your surroundings. Okay, this looks pretty cool. And, anybody not running a zoom out mod with line of sight off is going to miss all of this coolness. They're going to see the same sights they saw when they bought their ship. Navigation terminal and the lifeless walls of your submarine. Alright, so I'm assuming that at this point it's kind of a more cinematic experience. So, no detours. Not that I was really trying to. I wanted to hit the... What was I going to say? I wanted to hit the anomaly right above us, because I figured we needed to investigate that first. It was closer. The emergency transmission, I thought, you know, that sounds more urgent than the anomaly. But we're not going to, like, look around in little rooms or anything. Here's some more Guardians. Oh, just Fractal Guardians? Not even the Portal Guardians? My explosive shots are scattering across the hole. I don't know if I did any actual damage. Okay, I want to pilot that, though. If that could be my submarine on the next loop, that'd be pretty sweet. I don't know why one of the Fractal Guardians had a health bar at the top, but the others don't. Let's move in close enough to spawn whatever is supposed to be defending it, if there's anything inside. No? Nothing? Alright. If something had spawned, I was gonna lift back off and then drop a nuke on it. Alright, let's check out this emergency transmission. Looks safe enough to send someone in. Just a regular slipsuit. A logbook. Let's read this. Okay, I was actually expecting a random regular logbook, but I'm glad it's not. Captain's log. Well, you know what? Hold on. Let me go back inside so my character doesn't die of oxygen loss while I read this, though I don't think it'll take me that long. Okay, now let's read this while we're in a safe environment. Captain's Log, Part 1. It is not in my nature to write in detail about unremarkable things. I've felt that keeping a log of conditions as unchanging as these icy waters is as beneficial as dumping a bucket full of boiling water in an attempt to warm them. But, to my regret, I see now that I've shirked my duties by not keeping a diary. This is my attempt at rectifying that mistake. What I've seen in my last days here must be recorded somewhere, even if here at the end of space it is too late for the reader. I will ask you to bear with me, because for my story to make sense, I need to start at the beginning. Since I was a young kid, something drew me towards the eye at the center of Europa. That might seem a somewhat obvious remark on account of the gravity anomaly that has been well observed by individuals much more intelligent than I. But I assure you that my attraction runs much deeper. At night, I would often dream of peeling off the skin of a raptor bane, only to find a monstrous fiery eye staring back at me, lidless and unmoving. I would wake at my desk, looking at drawn images of concentric circles. I could not remember drawing them. In hopes of sating my curiosity and curing my incipient parasomnia, I hopped the first scout ship to the center. Okay, I'm trying to close it. There we go. Does she need a repair stop? You know what? We'll send a captain on this next round. In order to let everybody have about 3 inventory slots open, not everybody has a full gear set, but the captain does. Alright, well, I don't know if I should carry the logbook or this. Probably won't need that. Carry that. Probably won't need that many rounds, just in case, and I assume that I do not need to hold the logbook to make things happen. And yes, I could send a squad in as well, but then I'd have to baby them. Make sure they don't just fly off into parts unknown and die. Actually surprised that worked. I was going to assume that the game was going to tell me I needed a key card. And the question is, do I need to repair this? Probably not. Oh, okay, I can open that. Take that. Okay. I'm assuming that's the final logbook and it's probably kind of special. Apparently he's not me. Just so you know, my railgun shelf inside my submarine with no railgun cannon, all nuclear shells. Come on, try to open this door. So we'll grab that. Because I parked so close to the ship, I actually have to go around. Why was I stuck on? Alright, some more oxygen, and then we'll start checking out these notes. I need to hold that in. Alright, we'll pick up, read Charlie 7. Was 7 part 2? It is. Captain's Log, part 2. On my first voyage, I served as assistant. For a week, to be exact. The ship's mechanic succumbed to a parasite, affecting me being promoted to take his place. I learned the craft over a month, slaving in the hot engine room. Perhaps it's the physical exertion, or the fact that I was slowly but surely nearing the eye, but my nights were peaceful and without nightmares. That changed when one night the ship was attacked and left wrecked and immobile. I, along with some other survivors, were rescued by another passing ship and left at the nearest station. Not long after, nightmares returned. It became clear to me that I had no choice but to keep heading for the eye, but due to the location of the station, being in the frontier, few ships had any reason to be traveling deeper. To keep myself occupied while waiting for the opportunity, I worked as a shipwright. Days came and went. No submarine crews were heading to the center. After a few years of toiling and restless nights, I found myself with a sizable nest egg, enough to buy my own submarine. If no opportunity presented itself to me, I'd make my own, I thought. Captain's Log, Part 3. It took some effort to hire a crew, but a promise of money will rouse the right type of seafarer. With a crew of 6 on a freshly refitted coalition patrol sub, I was finally the captain of my own vessel and in control of my own fate. I sailed from Sir Millick shipyard. It would be the last time I'd see civilization. The journey was unsurprisingly fraught with danger. The ship endured challenges both expected and unexpected. From creatures unseen in the more civilized Europa to hostile environmental features, undersea volcanoes, and flora that assaults the ship from inside. Not all risk came from outside either. The physical and psychological stress took its toll on everyone, and regrettably, some of us were not as strong as others. I will not spend more time expanding on the obstacles, for whoever finds this log surely has faced the same. Suffice it to say, after a lengthy voyage, banged up and battle-worn, the ship and its passengers reached the eye. Like the eye from my dreams, it swallowed me whole in a fiery inferno. See, that was 3, right? Yeah. Captain's Log, Part 4. What is known about the eye is that it is a gravitational anomaly near the heart of Europa. This has been hypothesized, studied, and scientifically proven, yet the origin of the anomaly hasn't been found. It is my opinion that it is a gateway to where I don't know. The irony of seeking out the eye in an effort to satisfy the curiosity that has eaten me alive for years upon years, only to reach it and be none the wiser, is not lost on me. The way back is sealed. Whatever anomaly sent me here is not present anymore. The complex seems to continue to the distance, and the walls have been impervious to any weaponry available to me. I've sent 2 groups to dive deeper into the crevices the submarine cannot fit, but none of them came back. Alright, let's open up 6. This sprawling complex seems to go on for miles. We've sailed for days with no exit in sight. Colossal doors block the way in one direction, cave-ins in another. Captain dispatched a crew to explore a nearby cave, hoping to discover something, or anything. They haven't returned yet. I'm sure Cap doesn't want a repeat of what happened in the entrance either, so we're stuck here waiting for them. Hope they come back soon. You found the source of the emergency transmission. Check the logbook to find if it contains any useful information. This time we'll try to follow the path that should be obvious to everybody except for very curious players like me, because considering I went every way but the right way in the last zone. Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't normally think that this is the direction I need to go to get the EVA mission, but probably is to the right and down, I'm assuming. No, I'm being blocked by this is a wall? So am I supposed to actually send a small crew down there? It seems a little ridiculous. We just read a guy who did that, and it was not a happy ending for the other half that remained behind. I don't know what kind of ship that is either. The exterior looked alien in design, but turned out to be a regular ship. Alright, well, I don't think my ship's fitting in that. Alright, dive team it is. I wonder if I'm supposed to take all my whole crew. Alright, here's what we'll do. We'll take the players. So I'd like 2 different people to take over those machines. I don't know why she canceled it. I didn't tell her to cancel it. Maybe she got stuck in a drone and didn't know what to do. Alright, and then you will take over that machine. Okay, before we go out there, I want to make sure that this outfit is able to survive the pressure. He looks okay. That. Let's get her some more rifle rounds, though I doubt there's any real combat here. I've never really wanted to go unprepared. Nashvex, you've got everything you need. Slip this in the captain's pocket so I can throw that in the cabinet. Captain, you could probably use some more revolver rounds, I suppose. So that we can tell our characters apart. Everybody has a different outfit. Okay. They'll probably just immediately switch to their scooters, but let's get everybody in. The AI shut the door in my face because they don't want to leave. That's right, I was told that the scooter doesn't work well for the cargo, the exosuit. We're gonna have Berlin. She's gonna control the helm for a minute. Whenever she's not busy repairing the ship. Pull it back just a tad. Let's get some lights in the area. O'Grady is apparently trying to head back inside. Come on, dude. You're fine. Though you are running out of oxygen at this point. We have enough tanks. Now, I did think about using the shuttle as well. Like just piling people inside and trying it that way. But I think the game really wants me to send people out. Also, the shuttle doesn't have a way to open the door, I don't believe. So I'd have to break it open and then repair it on the way out. Not that that's a huge deal. I'm really just waiting for my squad to catch up to me. Oops. I hit previous character too many times. I guess it is helpful as Fulgurity's shining a light on us. Maybe I should have brought the alien tablet. It's not a wall, but a door. Standing next to it, I swear you could hear something behind it. An electrical humming, maybe. Controls for those massive doors are located in the big chamber. It seems the only way to go is forward. There's a shadow on the sonar. You have no choice but to brave the unknown. Let's stick this in Fulgurity's exosuit. You found the source of the emergency transmission. Check the logbook to find out if it contains any useful information. We just read that one. Okay. I'll put this one inside too. Refresh our oxygen. He doesn't need it. This door is controlled by something else. Can you pry this open? You can. Am I missing something? Everybody stand by. Make sure your weapons are held in case something happened, which I don't think is going to. Now, I'll be right back with one of those artifacts that we took from the research station or whatever it is. At first I thought something was happening, but no, that's my alien flare. We'll leave that there. I mean, it may be just a waste of a psychosis artifact, but I don't know. It seems like the right thing to do. Let's get going. So we have a switch up there. Let's see if that wall was a door and I can go through it. Yeah, there was a lot to clean up. And since I did mine that silicon earlier, I was able to build the text display. I never did finish wiring my flood stuff. I mean, I could wire it right now, but I wanted to wait until all the detonator is up and running. Still, I guess if there was a time to ever need it, it probably would be during the end game. Right, that looks weird. Let's see if we can actually sail through it. Nope, we just bonked against it. Oh, I'm sure they just spawned right there. And that is the problem with explosive ammo. Great. Wow, that's rough. I hope you won. Nope, you're still shooting. Alright, I think they're dead. What was... Oh, okay. Guess we got a mutated endworm here. Oh, we could launch drop decoys on it. I want to wait till it's a little further away. I like this one because it's not running away. All the other ones, they flee, and then you have to wait for them to return. This one's just hugging me. Oh, okay, it was all repaired by the time I got down here. Okay, it felt like we were moving very fast, but that's just the background. Still too close to fire a decoy. It'll just destroy me. Oh. Yeah, it's probably still too close. What? Is it firing nukes at me or something? What was that? Okay, she was probably stunned. I was wondering, that was Petrin like on standby mode because I forgot to set orders correctly or something. Offers a neighbor got the killing shot. Okay, I really am curious. There's probably no loot, but I have to check. That was probably the in-game boss. You should at least look, right? Especially if there's loops and it expects you to do this more than once. Maybe it gives me something incredible. I doubt it. I mean, our main device for travel and battle is the submarine. It's probably not going to give me anything that I don't know. I still want to check. I mean, that's actual loot here, so yeah. Parking on top of it's keeping it from keeping it from falling further. Some sort of cyborg because it has alien power cells. Let's check out the switch. The switch is not the end, then I guess we'll make sure our ship's reorganized, rearmed, and repaired again. I was expecting monsters to jump at me once I entered. Okay. I mean, I could probably crowbar that open, but let's take this way. What's this? Thought forms in your mind.
Life incubated under ice, consciousness forms, knowledge compounds, civilization develops, insulated from danger.
Okay, thanks. That's the same message as always. You hear a low rumble from somewhere far away. Maybe the way forward is open. Okay, I was expecting enemies on the way back. Considering it gave me multiple guns. Ammunition boxes resupplied. Armor finished repairing. Why is that the exit? I mean, I guess it makes sense. Normal game mechanics progression generally suggests that the exit's behind where the boss emerged from, though it doesn't actually make any sense in a world building view. Yep, it is the wall I kept trying to go through. This whole ending segment's been a while. I'm not sure how much I'll cut out. I was originally intending not to cut anything, but as it is right now, it's going to be like a 3-hour episode or something. Okay. Hopefully this is a good sign. Also, I mean, it's like 3 in the morning. I was expecting just to record a little bit more to end the hydrothermal waste and tease the next area, but it turned out to be like the end game progression right here. 80 more XP. As you enter through the open door, you hear the faintest hint of some kind of melody ahead. The door closes behind you with a force that sends tremors throughout the structure. The inn. You arrive in a large, open space within the structure. Something in the middle of the space seems to be disrupting the sonar. Captain Tran says, "We can do this." Out of the corner of your eye, you see something appear. It is the shape of a man, but it seems to somehow not be completely there. Its features shift as fast as you can make them out. Like a soft caress, it grows vines of thoughts in your head that gently wrap around your brain.
Interloper, stop. You are stepping onto holy ground not for your kind. There is nothing for you here.
Who are you?
I am not, as we are not. There is only the song of YOH-WEY flowing through its devoted. As it sings, they listen and dream.
Who are the devoted then? An image of crowded hallways surrounded by walls of black stone flashes in your mind.
Builders, explorers, inventors. But what they once built now lies ruined. What they explored now lost. What they invented now is perverted. All that remains is the song of YOH-WEY. They that will not listen will be ejected.
What is YOH-WEY?
That sings. Out of their desire was it born. Out of their folly did it grow.
And you listen to it sing?
Audience, worshipper, prisoner. For an eternity have they listened. For eons have they wished for silence.
Why do you not simply stop listening? Ignore it.
It that sings and it that listens are connected. One cannot exist without the other. As one draws upon the devotion of the other, so does the other draw upon the life force of the one. Silencing one will end the other.
It does sound like you want that to happen. The entity doesn't answer immediately.
The devoted built a shell to protect YOH-WEY. While the pylons stand, the shell remains uncracked. While the shell remains uncracked, a singer remains untouched. Do you understand?
There's the slightest tinge of hope in the entity's voice. I understand. Okay, so we got like a 3-part boss battle here then? Oh, I guess we have 3 pylons after all. I was going to ignore it, assuming it was just a cache of supplies in case you needed it, but there's an emergency broadcast inside, so I'm assuming it's part of my mission or quest. I don't detect movement, but I mean at that range it's hard to see. And there's Fractal Guardians. Tran is always hanging around down there. keep it for the lithium, so I can continue to make lasers. A toy hammer. Sure, why not? I was thinking about pulling the submarine up so they could shoot more, but I think I'd rather just have it near me. A lot of stuff. Whoa. Okay. These are just decoration. But these look like nuclear shells. And my rack is missing one more. We go all this way? Yeah, I did. Okay. I don't know how long that question mark's been there, but I saw it as I was swimming back to my ship. Last nuclear shell, like that. Finished looting this relevant ammunition. Let's head on to check out these pylons. Of course, I know that it's a real word and it is used for other things, but whenever I hear that word, I'm just going to think that I need to build more of them. Oh, I didn't do this. Oh. Okay. Well, number one, I'm glad that the game made me stop moving forward. Number two, the developers did a good job making that thing look creepy. And we're going to steer very clear of him while we go deal with these pylons. I'm gonna guess it's this direction over here, because this is a handcrafted map. That direction needs to go somewhere. But just in case, we will check out a direct path. Alright, I see a floor. I think that's good enough. So we'll go this way and see if that leads us to the pylon. That is a piss poor ambush. You deserved that. Oh, I really don't want to go back, but I'm second guessing me approaching this pylon. See, the text box indicated that you need to destroy 3 pylons, sure, and then you can do the shield and then kill the boss, fine. My issue is I've got the good gun in the top right, poor gun on the a smaller gun on the top left, and most of my guns on the bottom. I'm not equipped at the right angle for this. Assuming that he jumps you when you have defeated the last pylon, he was going to be attacking me from the left side. This leads anywhere? Probably not. Maybe a super secret treasure room, but I'm not that worried about it. Though maybe it does lead to the other pylon, in case didn't have a working sub or something. I don't know. Looks like I'm going to have to be the one to shoot this. That's going to be Donovan. Well, Donovan has a tri-laser. We'll use Nashvex. Okay, he's got to still get an angle on it. I did not cancel. I mean, not that it matters, but I wasn't the one who canceled the aiming down the periscope. The game just yanks me out of that. That's not necessarily a good sign, considering it's got the potential to trigger stuff to happen when I've blown up a pylon. But yes, Donovan controls the middle gun on the bottom. Nashvex controls the drone gun. Navy controls the rear bottom gun. Sootman controls the big gun on the front. And RD Doolittle controls the gun on the top back. Apparently there's a little nub there. Okay, let's not run into the big ugly dude right now. Just have a couple more pylons to destroy. Let's see if we can get there. The tray laser isn't necessarily that useful in the computer's hands, especially if I'm fighting single target tougher monsters right now. However, it's easier for me to build. I can find Fulgurium a lot easier than I can find lithium. Man, okay. This thing is a lot more durable than... I don't want to go too high because then the other guy will... I mean, I don't know if he'll do anything. But he's too close for me to get good angles on. Wow, he's fully healthy already. That should give me enough room to work with to pull back up and start shooting him. Yeesh. Now I know that the tri-post laser shoots 3 beams, and I'm only hitting it with 1, but you'd think that the post laser would do a really good job killing those guardians, because lasers tend to be more single target. But the Psychorium seems to have done a lot better. They're shooting at it, but I don't think they've hit it at all. Well, it's gone now. I didn't get to see if it got blown up. No, nobody said anything about it. It would have been probably Nashvek's. This is Nashvek's gun right here. So it either disappeared or you can't hit those. And before someone says, like, well, the AI is shooting at it, you must be able to hit them. Remember that earlier versions of this game, your AI was just shooting relentlessly at crawler eggs, which didn't really do anything. And because this is not actually space, there's gravity on your shots. One more pylon to go. This is really, really slow going. I'm not entirely sure how much of this I'll cut out. I was really expecting just to do the last bit of the hydrothermal waste, and then I ended up here. And I'm very, very sleepy. This is not the right time to quit or stop. I was just rubbing my eyes there, and now I'm about to run into the wall. Just setting up my spotlights while I'm sailing forward. That way I have a nice field of view. Wonder if any custom subs are just too large to fit through these tunnels, and how the player feels about that. While the giant nose on the front of the sub is very hard to repair, it is pretty nice for when I bounce into stuff, because I'm going at full speed. No guardians on this side, or what? Captain Tran says, uh-oh. Alright. Let's try to climb up above it so we can shoot it with 3 guns. Maybe we'll even get lucky and hit it with a depth charge. I know I should be commenting more, but I'm trying to make sure I don't fail. I really wasn't expecting to reach the end stuff, and it is taking much longer than than I would have thought. Okay. Everybody's still around. It's not like anybody disintegrated. It just goes through my sub. Shoot. Okay, that put out the fire, but I don't know what these giant balls of green are. There's a cooldown on my depth charges, apparently. I never knew that, because I never tried to fire 2 at once. I'm hoping this does not mean I was actually in the blast zone, but I guess it wouldn't surprise me if I was. We are sinking fast. Also, I'm at the very worst angle possible to fight him. Everybody's still alive. Let's come up with some new commands here. Nash Vex is not going to need to do that. Maybe fix that. Doolittle's good. Neva, she can't do anything while we're parked on the bottom of the ocean. Donovan can't do anything. Heal people. Sootman, he can maybe fire if someone drifts in front of us. I was hoping to repair this door before flooded, but I don't know what those green things are, but maybe it's just crazy blasts. Though maybe it also fried all my electricity. I'm not entirely sure that was responsible for it, though. Man, I'm not getting anything done on this. They are not relenting. I think it's dead. It's not moving anymore. Doesn't necessarily seem to be leaks, that's the problem. I mean, I know I'm flooded, but I think my problem is none of my machines are on. I just took that straight on. Now I'm looking on the bottom right, and even though my screen is going wonky, it doesn't appear to be psychosis, so I don't think the harmonica is the play here. And I know I could use the portable pump. But that's actually not my primary concern, because I assume being flooded is a lot less dangerous than being on fire. I'm not even sure where the flooding is coming from. Engine is up. Let's see if we can move out of here just a tad, at least. My vehicle's still trying to go actually up, but nothing has changed. So these things do go through walls, but it seems to have a limited range, so maybe I should just slip to the left and fall off? We'll try that. It might just make the situation worse. But right now we have movement, and I want to use it. We had movement. Tran mentioned fire, but I don't see any fire. Had to look. I guess another one must have snuck in. Let's get everybody some oxygen. The AI should be capable of handling it themselves, but I've had issues where they don't, so. Restock my medics. Reactor looks like crap, but apparently I can't repair it right now. It just looks worse than it is, I suppose. Get this open so the pump works on that. So I suppose I really should have finished my flood system or my my fixed foam system, but I'm not entirely sure that would have helped because it would only repair it once. I'm trying to watch the chat, and I saw Naval was getting hurt there. They didn't, but the doctors didn't seem to think it was too bad, so. One of the benefits of making tri-pulse laser, even though 2 of the shots are missing, is it's not lithium, so it doesn't blow up in the water. Since our engineering bay is completely submerged. That up to spread the pumps. Yeah, I think we've actually managed to successfully cross that threshold that I was looking to, because it looks like we're falling. Let's cycle through everyone, make sure we're all in the sub and nobody's like left out there. For a second there, I thought someone was when it panned like that, but that was just a periscope. Okay. Yeah, we're in a different spot. I don't hear anything. Oh, wow. I think that plan worked. Hopefully the boss doesn't reset. Sounds like I hear a husk. I don't know how you got over here, friend, but let's put you back in the med bay where it's the safest. Alright, are we good? Everybody's kind of just chilling, so I guess so. And why is this not charging? Why isn't it charging? Seriously. I don't even know. Alright, well, let's get to work on replenishing our ammo. That's ready good. I have no idea what Neva's talking about right now. Apparently, she's very poetic. What? Why am I? Why is there fire right now? Are the green blasts still hitting me? Is that what's causing these fires? And why aren't my engineers on it? Oh, I guess they are running up to it. They're just much slower. Okay, they've been stashing the fire extinguishers in here, I guess. Alright. I think we're in decent shape. Let's try going back up now. Don't waste your ammo. It doesn't seem like you're doing anything. I feel like I hear two different music tracks running concurrently. Bombs away. Is it drifting to the left? Because I mean, that makes sense in a realistic point of view. Wow, okay. I still have more, though. Oh, apparently you can destroy them. I have no power because my reactor blew up. Hopefully I'm not still taking damage.
Our song has been sung, but the number of verses in yours we do not know. The bridge is collapsing, but you can still make it back across. For us, there are no stars, only hope. But for you, the skies are open. They will never know of your sacrifice, but we do.
I didn't hit anything, but I guess it's loading the next area. I didn't... Okay, well, I mean... Gravitational collapse T plus 2, 1439.
This is Surface Observatory Echo 5. We are experiencing, something's happening up here again. Do you copy? Over.
Surface Observatory Echo 5, this is Maribel, Linnea Outpost. Go ahead, over.
It's Jupiter's Great Red Spot. I don't know how to describe it. It's as if it was quieting down. Radiation levels remain unusually low. Where are you hanging down there? Anything new to report? Over.
The radiation levels are low here as well, and it's still stable, as is the gravity. We managed to get in touch with Dr. Grann, but he seemed to be puzzled about this as we are. He did mention a crew diving past the station on Castro earlier, but we're not sure whether that's of any relevance, over.
I take it you haven't been able to get in touch with this crew? Over.
No, we have not. Dr. Grann seemed convinced they won't be heard of again on this side of the time-like hypersurface or something like that. You know, the usual nonsense of his. Over.
Well, if they're the ones who did this, my hat's off to them. Air, weather, and comm seas to wherever they're sailing now. Over and out.
I'm more worried about the fact that there was a fire at my reactor when the game ended. Like, for all I know, the ship is still getting killed behind the credits screen right now, but I doubt it. The loading thing made me think it's not. So I'm not sure, did I launch a decoy or did I just manage to do enough damage before the fire took my power out? I'm pretty sure power went out before I sent the decoy. So I'm guessing my guns did the work. I mean, that thing was definitely very creepy looking. But I didn't really get to see much of it because I was constantly stuck at the bottom of the ruin, being shot up by laser blasts from his little guardians. Individually, not so tough. When you're constantly being set on fire and you can only shoot them with your weakest gun, a bit tougher. You know, I don't really know what I expected. That was definitely not that, and I didn't even really expect the credits screen. I don't know why I didn't. I wonder how many people have gotten to this point. Like Barotrauma players. You know, people who were veterans when a game got released, they may not have wanted to play for that long. They've grown with the game, they've seen what the game has to offer. They may not have thought about even reaching the end. Then the newbies. Wow, the newbies probably didn't stand a chance. But I'm not trying to pat myself on the back here, but the Barotrauma has quite the learning curve. I'm not even talking about electrical engineering, even without that. I never did figure out what the star map or whatever is for. It's the thing that shows up in the research stations in the trash can on the right side. Every research station I went to, there was one available on the right side. Maybe you have to collect them all, but I don't think so. I think they're all just copies of each other. That ending took a long time. It was just so much to do. You had driving up to the ruins, going through the ruins, and into the inner chamber and then fighting the boss in the inner chamber. And even fighting the boss in the inner chamber, you had to pilot your submarine around quite the distance in order to destroy each pylon. Special thanks to all our community members. All of you have been following and supporting development through all these years, playing the old versions of the game, giving us feedback and ideas, reporting bugs, and being awesome in general. Wouldn't have got this far if it wasn't for you. Jonas would like to thank XVAD and everyone else who's worked on Space Station 13. Barotrauma would have never come to exist if it wasn't for SS13. I knew it. I knew it. Because of the traitor mode, I figured that this was Space Station 13 inspired. But here's the thing. Barotrauma is not Space Station 13. If you had a traitor on your sub who ruined your progress on a campaign, like, imagine how many episodes that I've been on, right? To get to this point. Now imagine that before I get to do the boss, someone tosses my fuel rods out the airlock. Like, that's it. That'd be horrible. Space Station 13, your rounds are like an hour, 2 hours, right? It's not 2 months or however long it takes a player normally to do that to get to this point. Well, let's see what if it really does like loop in on itself. I assume it does. I mean, I think it's cool when games allow you to start the game over with your stuff. What I really want to do is get the crew members I never unlocked. Hognose, I think there's a cultist and clown VIP. I never found them. And I have my relationship at the top with them. And I definitely hit the big monsters with the toy hammer. What did the husk guy want besides eggs? I mean, I turned into eggs. I don't remember if they wanted anything else, though. I never got approached for anything else. How about that? Yeah, press any key to continue. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna assume that this is the exact same message as when I first started the game. Click again. Now, rereading it might help now that I've seen the game and have progressed through the loop, so maybe certain things might fit nicely as a puzzle piece, but I don't think that's the case here. It does talk about my newly bought Castro, docked at Libya Linnea. The seed for my campaign was 3549. That was the number of subscribers I had when I started this campaign. Do I have all of my crew? I do. Good. That's really what I care about. Yeah, the ship, I mean, has seen better days, but it's functional. It's not like it's completely wrecked because of a nuclear explosion or anything. It was just on fire. Alright, well, let's real quick just check the outpost to see if anything is new. But I assume not. Both my pet bots survived the whole thing. I'm really surprised they did. Pretty sure someone was swimming around in there because I saw a giant light up. Reputation started over. That's fine. I wonder if you could get a second Andoris and stuff. The reason I wonder that is, if the game bugged out on my progression on getting the Brotherhood and Husk guest members, or whatever you want to call them, maybe if the game would let you get a second Doris, then I would feel comfortable continuing this campaign if to unlock those achievements. Otherwise, I pretty much have to start a new game. And for whatever reason, in this version of the game, the colony manager always just runs off to the research area of the colony. He just sort of wiggles there on the stairway. Oh, he's going somewhere else different this time? Okay. Also, Libya Linnea, is that... Yeah, okay. So this was the very first place. I don't know if it became a colony as a result of winning the game, or if it's been a colony for some time and I just never knew because it was at the very beginning. Because the very first outpost you started on was a very small outpost. Now that also might have been a result of the tutorial mode. Contact has been lost in the Mando Waste Research Facility. Miria's Chaos has been abandoned. Let's take a look at all this stuff. Okay, abyssal monsters have appeared and have killed everybody. Alright, so like all these places that you could see the wiggle that I did in order to claim everything. So I had to, for example, go here, and then go towards this outpost and back and do that. So you can see the very unorthodox path I took. Kind of reminds me of the Family Circus comic strip where the kid would just zigzag everywhere. I was never really a fan of that comic, but I looked at it nonetheless. Yeah, this is now a full-fledged colony. Where are you going? Where does this even lead to? Hey, you're gonna hang out with the clown people. I mean, I guess, sure. I guess HR's over there. What a weird place. Now there's the research. Oh, yep. See, he's running to the research. I just saw him in his little overalls, suspenders, or whatever. The normal colony I see is the one with the giant skylight, and it's like got a little pedestal. And then there's garbage can on the bottom right. This one's just a bit different, but yeah, he's doing his wiggle. All right, now these guys have anything to say. And if I were to click on the map again, what is the difficulty rating? Did it go up? I'll have to compare that to the very first episode, but 14%. I don't know if that's higher or not. I'll have to look at the first episode myself. I did a pretty good job clearing the world map. Thank you for joining me on this expedition of Tran Plays Barotrauma. I'll see you in the next series.